They didn't yell at us. They said we smoke too, but their mom's really allergic to smoke.
So you're doing it as a courtesy?
Yeah. Yep.
That's so nice of you, Tim.
I know. I'm mature now.
Tough
The
court.
best is like, you're like, oh, we'll just light some incense.
Yeah.
Trey's face was just like.
We're telling Jack to tell him we're smoking tea.
Yeah. Oh. That's a cool little wrap.
Yeah, these two boys at the gym, their dad owns this spot, so if you guys need joints or weed.
These come pre-rolled?
Yeah. He fucking gave me like 30 joints and I just gave him $60. You can just sit right here. Okay. We running now, Jay? Yep. Okay, we're back for episode 20. And if you enjoy the show and you want to support it, check out patreon.com/RedHawk Academy. Just this month alone, I probably put up 6-7 different videos that aren't anywhere else. And that's where I communicate with people the most. Or the new shirts, the long sleeve blue shirts just dropped on the timbomerch.com. We're here with my friend Cortney Casey, and now she coaches at my gym. How long have I known you for?
Man, I feel like it's been, what, like 4 years? I've known you. I knew you before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember seeing you at the UFCs and meeting you there and stuff. That was when you lived in Hawaii?
Yeah, correct. I would say 4 years I've been here now, so I mean, 4 years. Damn.
I feel like it's been longer than 4 years because you didn't really train too much when the lab was at the old location, did you?
I just trained for that last, me and Dre fought on that Detroit card.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a whole camp. I think it was about 8 weeks.
Nice.
So I was there for 8 weeks.
You just got done fighting. That's probably nice. What you guys been doing? Like last night, I ate a little bit of an edible. The edible took forever to kick in, and so I hit some Volcano, and then it all hit me at once. And we were bumping some Spotify last night, and now Spotify has that button where you can click the lyrics, and the lyrics pop up. So you just got karaoke on your phone.
Know that.
So I just got lost in that for fucking hours, going to different artists. Dolly Parton. I don't know if I've ever met anyone who hasn't liked Dolly Parton.
Yeah, you gotta love Dolly.
She's fucking good. Her top
really
4 or 5 songs are just bangers.
Yeah, Dolly's good. I like Reba.
Yeah, she's good too. Reba's good too.
Reba's great.
What's your favorite music?
I like country. I like any music. Honestly, I really do like any kind of music I can listen to and enjoy. But I think growing up as a kid, we listened to a lot of country just because we'd make a drive between Tucson and Phoenix, and there really was only a country station that would play clearly the entire way.
Yeah, I'm a fan of country too. I like 90s country. I really like Brooks and Dunn, George Strait. We went to a Garth Brooks concert a couple years ago in Denver, and it was fucking insane.
Oh, what about Brooks and Dunn?
I never went to a concert. Have you?
No.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
I like country a lot too. Tim McGraw, a lot of that stuff. Does your car ever bump it with you?
He acts like he don't like it, but he likes it.
It gets his feels going.
He likes it. I mean, he's lived everywhere, so he has to kind of. He's a very good chameleon. Like he can really just blend in with anyone. Like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. You ever listen to Jack Harlow?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit.
When we were at because Mariah's like, she's like, if he wasn't so talented, I wouldn't think he's like that attractive. But it's something about his confidence and his just like smoothness that makes him.
I mean, if you can do all that, that's pretty amazing. Like, and how he does it, puts everything together. Like, it's talented. There's talent, just so much talent. You're like, damn, you're amazed. Oh, I'm probably just amazed by the talent more so than the person,
And the way he dresses too, he just doesn't give a fuck and he just rocks it. It's just badass. When we were at the little Triller event, all the like influencer girls were like just gawking over him. They just thought he was so hot. So I was like, why the fuck do they think he's so hot? Not me. I'm like,
that's something she would say.
Singers get the bitches.
Yeah, no,
for sure. So what's it like living with two people fighting in the UFC? It's probably like there's probably some really good things and some things where you guys really buck heads. Because you've been dating Dre now for how long?
Going on like 3 years, I think.
Hell
going
yeah.
on 3 years.
3 years. What's the main things that let's go bad things first that are just like fucking A's? Is it when he's cutting weight or when you're both cutting weight or just when you're cutting weight?
I think It really just depends on like what kind of a environment Dre's in and where he's at is how the ride will go. Whether I'm in camp, he's in camp, or both in camp at the same time, or no one's in camp. You really just got to be ready for anything with Dre. Mm-hmm. So even if you're in camp and he wants to go do something, like, I'm always like, oh, he's always like, you're so lame. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're so white, like all the time. Be like, you're so white. And I'm like, babe, like I'm in camp. Like, I'm good. Like trying to take care of the house, like trying to take care of King. You know, and him, he says he's super easy. He's like, oh, I can live in my car. I'm super easy. I'm like, yeah, you can, but you're kind of also very needy at the same time, too. So,
well, when you girls are good at like caretaking for us and being like caretaking.
It's my fault 100%.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm like, I kind of almost start expecting it. Especially that's like, well, you're probably kind of really figuring it out with Kingston. Like, you want to spoil him and make him have this easy fucking life, but you're really creating a little monster if you do that.
Yeah, for sure. We try to, like, free roam him. We let him do whatever he wants and kind of figure out things as he's going. But, like, we definitely have a problem with rewarding him too much because he does so much cool stuff so quick. Like, we're always like, oh, man, can you do this? And we reward him a lot. Mm-hmm. But I feel, yeah, I've spoiled Dre, but like it's little things like, can you do the dishes? And he's like, yeah, I'll do them. Mm-hmm. And then like after I just made him this feast, and it's like,
yeah,
come
I'll
down.
Fucking do 'em.
Yeah, I'll do them. I'll do them. And it's like first it's like seems like it's a burden, and then he doesn't do it that night, and then waits till like that afternoon, and I'm like, by the time then I've already cooked breakfast and cleaned him.
Yeah, it's funny too because both you guys are making the money. I think kids growing up too, they're just used to like, okay, the mom cooks. And they clean up, and the dad provides for everything. So that's kind of the woman's job.
Well, and I grew up in like very strong Mexican women in my family, so we take care of the family. Like you take care of your men, you like take care of your men.
Yeah, and the men expect it.
Like even like I make Dre a plate every time before it. Like everyone's like, "Oh, ladies first," and then I get a plate. They're like, "Oh, that's your plate." I'm like, "No, it's Dre's plate." Like,
yeah.
You were supposed to go first. I'm like, "Yeah, no, I still get."
Yeah. So you guys have pretty good communication?
I feel like we have good communication. We lack in the listening.
Yeah.
And the understanding. The communication I feel is like there.
Then that's not good communication.
Yeah, we're communicating, but you're failing to listen, or I'm failing to listen. So it's really not the communicating. We're communicating, we're just not listening.
Yeah.
Or we're not hearing what we want to hear, so we just like, we're fine telling each other how we feel and what we want, but we're not good at like, listening to it. We're like, we'll say, okay, yeah, I'll do that, I promise. And then next thing happens, like, I already told you I don't like it when you do that.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's fucking crazy, especially with two fighters too. Two like strong personalities, stubborn people. Like it's probably entertaining to get around, but fucking
yeah, Brett's entertained, that's for sure.
Is he?
Sometimes he just walks away. I just see him just kind of like, oh shit, and just walks away.
And he just scurries away.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Because you guys have living at Brett, who's another pro fighter, and then the other kid, who's just some young buck, right? Yeah,
he's a young buck. We met him over at Golden Era at our Muay Thai gym, and just with COVID and everything, and then rent getting up, like he was a cool kid, and like he just couldn't afford it, and he was going to school, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to have you like not go to school because you can't afford it because the economy sucks. Like, what can you afford? And told me, and I was like, oh, we'll make it work at our house. And
nice.
So yeah.
I know it's fun having roommates, but it's also fun not having roommates.
Yeah,
where you can just
I would dress a lot different. If
you could just be naked all the time. Doesn't give a fuck.
You don't have to worry about Yeah, when you have a kid around, like, you got to get it in when you can get it in, but not knowing that there's a roommate there, or, like, when they're going to come, like...
That's what Sean says, too. He's, like, the biggest cock block, like, ever is the baby.
Yeah. Imagine a baby and two roommates.
Yeah, we were talking... Are they knocking on us?
Man, we're in trouble again.
Maybe we smell.
Not enough incense?
Yeah, I need to fucking put on that incense again. So we were saying last time, so Dre was saying how you get mad at him for beating off. And he made it seem like it's almost like you're mad at him, like, no, you shouldn't be beating off thinking about other things or whatever. But you said it was because he starts using all the socks. And then when you want to have sex, that he's not ready to rumble.
Yeah. I'm not mad that he jerks off, like, I get it. But sometimes, like, he'll be like, come on, babe. And I'll be like, babe, I asked you already earlier and you didn't want to. Like, I'm tired now. I'm in camp. And then he'll be like, oh, God, fine. I'll just do it on my own. And then he's over there and the cover's like, and I'm like, Dre, don't gotta rub it in my face.
Watching his phone or just in his mind?
Just being an asshole. Yeah. Just saying, pretty much being like, I really don't need you, but I asked you first. You know what I mean? But no, like this last camp, I was like, babe, like, what's that? You turned me down twice. And he's like, I'll tell you later.
Uh,
And I'm like, we were laying on the couch watching a show or something. And I was like, no, tell me now. And he was like, it's burnt. And I'm like, what do you mean it's burnt? And he's like, burnt it. I was jerking off in his sock. I was like, a sock? So he was jerking off, not like in the sock, but he was like...
Had it covered.
Covered, and he was ripping it. When he showed me, I was like, babe, like, how did... He was like, I just got in the zone and just
Fuck.
finished. I was like...
I feel that.
I was like, why didn't you get me? He's like, it was 5 a.m. You were in camp. Like, I was up, and I was like, oh, gosh. All right, well, I appreciate that.
You ever beat off in a sock, Jay? I remember my friend in college used to do that all the time.
No, I never understood.
Well,
I always like you wipe yourself with something.
That's
but
what
I never
Casey Kenny
understood
said.
having like to do it with the sock. Like what?
Just sock it up, baby. Then you just swoop it off. No more cleanup.
I always heard like shit like that, like in movies and stuff. But it's like I never understood it. Like I understood like you're wiping yourself off, but not like actually using it.
Well, apparently that's what most people thought because it got brought up during fight week, and
that he beats off in socks.
Well, yeah, because I don't know. It's fight week. A lot of shit comes up during
Oh,
fight week.
just in the motel with the boys.
Yeah, with the boys. And Casey's like, wait, you like stroke with the sock? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, no, man, like you're supposed to just use it as cleanup. And Dre's like, that takes too much time to like stop, open it up. And he's like, no, you just use it as like a wipe. Like,
yeah. That was probably
Dre pretty much like put a little half sock on and just was like.
So that was probably a good week because you had David with you. You had
crazy week.
Kenny with you.
Kenny, yeah.
David Mashad, Drakkar Close, and there was a lot of pressure on you going to that fight.
Yeah, there was a lot.
You knew? Did it go through your mind a lot during the week? Like, if I lose this fight, I'm gonna probably be cut.
Well, yeah. I mean, being a 500 fighter and then already losing 2, you don't want to lose 3, let alone being, 9-9. Like, just doesn't make sense to keep me. Although they might, give me one more. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. I mean, you could win all your fights and still get cut. So there was a lot of, extra pressure, but like I've been there so many times. Like I've been there so many times. So I'm like, dude, I've gotten through this. Like I got a good team behind me, good guys. I trained hard. It was a long camp, but I felt prepared and it turned out good.
And knowing you're gonna like worst comes to worst, you lose the fight and get cut. Oh my God, big fucking deal. It's not like you die. A lot of people up from the outside, they look at it like, oh my God, you got cut. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right.
It's like for some people maybe it's like fuck. Now what am I gonna do? Go work at Safeway?
Yeah.
But like you got a good family and you guys be taken care of, which is sweet. Because what would you do if you had to stop fighting right now? Say you broke a femur from an injury or something. What would you want to do? Just keep training people?
Yeah, I'd probably coach.
You're a good ass coach. All the guys at the gym, you bring good intensity. Obviously, you've been doing it for so long, so you bring good knowledge. You'd be a good coach.
Well, I appreciate that. I've been coaching a lot, like soccer wise too, since I was young. So I feel like that correlates well, and like just being a young coach. But I not only do MMA, but I feel like I'd go back to soccer as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So you miss soccer a little bit.
I think having King playing now really just kind of made me realize how much, like I've always missed it, but I know I can't physically go play because I just get too competitive. And with obviously work, you don't want to get hurt any more than you already are.
And people fuck themselves up in soccer, huh?
All the time. Like you have people that, like we had a kid from the gym who just did the turkey bowl, pick up a little turkey bowl and high ankle sprain out for like 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So what made you? Because you played soccer in college. What made you like? I'm gonna get into jiu-jitsu and MMA.
I always enjoyed like martial arts as a kid and growing up, like watching it. I was really into like all the karate movies, like the good ones, like Best of the Best. And
when was the first MMA shit you watched? What got you into it?
Pride. I was watching Pride.
With who?
In college.
Yeah.
It was late, is on TV, studying and stuff. So I was watching. I always watched a lot of old boxing and stuff like that. Because I'd go to Blockbuster.
Yeah, that's weird that caught your eye. Because Mariah, there could be the fight of the year on, and Mariah's just like thinking about something else or just do. She just could care less.
Yeah, I had always been interested in it since a kid. So like I feel like that was a big thing. I grew up in a cul-de-sac with a whole bunch of boys, and they all did karate. So like I'd wait for them to come home from karate practice and show me all the cool stuff. So like, because we were the house in the cul-de-sac, so everyone came to our cul-de-sac to play. So if they're all boys, you got to fit in. So we.
How old were you when you started training in the gi?
Oh, man, senior year of 09.
And you just went into a gym?
Yeah, I had a classmate ask me to go train, and I thought we were going to go to like lift, and we ended up going to Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Oh, damn, you had fun.
I loved it. And like 3 months after that, I did my first tournament in El Paso, and I won that. And there was a guy there that was trying to get people to come fight on his show. And he saw me and asked if I wanted to fight this girl who was making her amateur debut as well. And I was like, yeah, sure. Roswell, New Mexico.
And then he invited you to the gym, and then you started like striking a little bit.
Well, no. Then those guys from the gym were at the tournament, and they're like, well, you don't even know how to fight. And I was like, dude, I can do that. Like, no problem.
Just be scrappy, scrappy bitch, yeah.
And so like, well, let's try, we'll see this. We went to the gym the next day, and they pretty much beat me up, and I held my own. They're like, yeah, you can totally do it.
Damn. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, because you've been trained, so you've been trained jiu-jitsu now for how long?
2009. Oh, and that was all, it was like El Paso, it was called like Sub Grappling District or something is what I was out of. Mondo. I think they have a gym now. I know they have a gym like called Zen Martial Arts in El Paso. It's a pretty big gym. So he was like my first jiu-jitsu coach. And he's a big guy, but he moved like a little guy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So
which is really, I had pretty good jiu-jitsu starting off.
That's nice. So like for girls, I just see it. I've seen it so at all the different gyms I've been at. It's just so hard. There's just so much drama with the girl MMA. Like, it's not like guys will beat the fuck out of each other and be like, oh, fuck you, but God, that was good training. And just like, we're cool. Maybe we're not cool, but we train. We can be civil and train.
Because it's work.
Yeah.
Girls are girls. That's just what it comes down to. Petty. They're petty. We're petty. I guess I can't say they're petty.
Is it about sparring usually? Is it about like you spar too hard?
Not enough time. You spar too hard. You don't spar with me. Like, like
you hit too hard.
You hit too hard. You yank things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always something. And then we're also girls, so like 90% of the time when we go with guys, we're getting smashed on. You know what I mean? And even though guys are like, dude, I'm going light, and then like they're like, yeah, I was going light and she hit me hard. It's like, you might think you're going light because if you were to do that light with a guy, it would be light, but you're still going against a girl. Like Dre's always like, I'm going light, and you're coming at me, and I'm like, dude, one, you're giant. Yeah. Two, like your lights is still like 140 pounds. You know what I mean? Like just getting ripped at me.
That's why it's surprising with girls. Like, it's just rare that there's not many girl fighters and not that many girls who do jiu-jitsu. So when you have your partners, why don't you guys just be like, okay, hey, you're fucking crazy, I'm crazy. Let's just be crazy together and get good at fighting. It's just like catty, where it's like, nah, I'm not training with you. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
And sometimes like you're not even doing it maliciously. Like, you're only doing it to, like, better yourself. And it's like, I shouldn't have to communicate that with you. I shouldn't have to come up to you and explain to you why I'm not training with you today or why I didn't train with you for this camp. You should just respect the fact that I got good work and that was it. Like,
or come ask you. Say, hey, let's train. How come you don't want to?
Yeah. But don't be a bitch about it. Like, oh, now you want to train with me. It's like, no, man. Like, I want to train with you, but I also got to get good work in for my well-being.
For your shit, yeah.
I'll roll with you all the time. If it's camp time, it's camp time. Like, it's a different mode. Can't take that to heart.
But so most of this last fight camp, you mostly trained with boys, didn't you? Or
yeah, I had Ashley. Yep. At the beginning, because she was getting ready for a fight as well, and I still was kind of far out from my camp, so I was just getting good movement in. But I got good working with her and stuff like that, and Rachel, and Leslie, and then Olivia, she's new over at the lab. She's
pretty scrappy.
Yeah, she comes from Sulim's boxing gym. I'm not sure if Leslie was over there ever as well, but I know Olivia was Sulim over there. So she's got good quality boxing and not bad kicks, and she's picking up things great. So she was good. She was fast. Good to work with.
Now that because you and Jakar aren't in fight camp right now, so how you guys do weed?
Do we do weed?
Yeah, do you do weed?
We don't like do it, but we smoke it.
So do you have problems snacking at night, or you guys keep it pretty
worst.
clean? You guys don't look super heavy right now.
I'm huge.
I've seen you guys when you're swollen. I'm like, whoa, there you go.
You should have seen me like 2 days ago after we had 3 Thanksgivings, and like I couldn't even put my shoes on. I had the diabetes. Like it was bad.
That's funny. It's probably hard right now because both you guys cut a fuckload of weight. So when you guys get high in the night and it's okay to snack, no one's in camp right now. Yeah. You guys go ham or?
Dre always snacks.
He likes Skittles, doesn't he, and stuff?
He likes anything. That boy eats anything.
Does he?
Yeah. He's the easiest to cook for because you could literally make him anything and he'll eat it. And
Just fucking hammer
yeah,
it.
and he'll be, I'm like, how is it? He's like, everything's like, oh, that's all right. Like, you can make him the best thing in the world. He's like, nah, that's all right. It's pretty good.
What about you? You like your sweets and shit?
I'm carbs.
Breadsticks.
Yeah, bread. Like,
And pasta.
chips,
Shit that makes you just fat. I know.
chips,
Fuck.
you know, like kettle corn chips.
It's mostly the shit you can't eat during camp.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
candy, like M&Ms, like in like pralines, things like that.
Yeah, that's just one of the hardest things. It's just the worst things about fight camp is you just have this freedom to eat, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I gotta lose 30 pounds.
Yeah, 30 pounds, 25.
30 pounds. Like once you get past, okay, 20 is hard enough. Like then you can water cut the last 10 or whatever. But 30, it's like, fuck, it's a motherfucker.
And I'm tall. Like
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", so like
And you got big legs.
I got big legs, you know. So I put on weight pretty quick, and it's not like I'm even trying to. Like I look at a breadstick and I gain 2 pounds, you know. So it's like
Same. Where do you gain your weight? Your butt and your legs?
Yeah, my butt, my legs, my
Mine's
face.
straight up love handles
That's
and tits.
Dre. Like Dre's like, I think that's where guys just hold it.
I don't think all guys. Me, Drakkar, David hold it right in our hips. Some guys fucking hold it different. They have those skinny little hips, but I think that's what makes us hard to take down.
Yeah, definitely.
Big fucking hips.
Big hips. Counter wrestling as well.
Yeah. So God, and it's probably hard to when you guys say when you were in fight camp, was Dre pretty good at eating clean with you? Or
No,
was just
like I said, Dre doesn't eat. He doesn't ever eat. I can't say clean. Like, you know, when you have like you're in camp and you have a cheat day or a cheat meal. Like Dre has cheat meals every day, so he'll eat like good breakfast, lunch, and then have a bad dinner, and then he'll do that all week until like Thursday. So like before, like 2 weeks before camp, he's still having cheat meals, eating cookies and stuff like that. But now it's just one time a day. Before it was like every meal he had to something in there, and then it's like just Thursday, Fridays, cheat days. Like it's weird how he does it because in his head he's like, all right, I'm 192. And then he'll train all the week and he got down to 187. Okay, I know I can lose that much weight training like this, so let me eat a little bit more.
I know the fucking.
Well, it was that
games
easy?
is like-
It was that easy cutting 7 pounds this week, so let me eat a little bit more because I don't want to be too small. And because he thinks he's small when he's small. He feels small, so he likes to be bigger because he feels bigger. But I'm
Yeah, I
like, you
feel
still
that.
look good. Like, and he's like, but he likes to be big.
Yeah.
He tells me all the time, he's like, when I'm done fighting, I'm gonna be big. And I'm like, how
Really?
big? And he's like, big. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know.
230?
I don't know about this. Yeah, probably.
230 just sagging. See, I like to be a little bit smaller. I don't really like to be big because I was just kind of a chubby. I wrestled 189 in high school, and I just wanted to be like the slim
But you're
guy.
tall.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
different when
decent
you're
tall.
short. When you're short guys like to be like big because they feel bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
You're pretty tall.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Usually 190, 95. Probably similar weight to Dre. We walk
Yeah.
around similar weight. He's a
But
big
you have like
fucking
3
lightweight.
inches. But you have like 3 inches on him, right? How tall are you?
Probably 2 inches.
2 inches?
Yeah, probably 2. He's a big fucking lightweight.
He's a bit, yeah.
But you're probably the same amount of big for your weight. 30 pounds?
Yeah,
Good.
25.
25, 30?
25.
Fuck that.
But at the same time, like, I'm tall, but those girls are like short and stocky, so they're built different, you know?
Yeah,
And
for
like
sure.
girls carry most of the weight in their legs, so when your bottom half is heavy, like that's heavy when a girl gets on top of you. It's a different kind of weight.
Yeah, for sure. You guys fuck around with any other drugs? Hold on one sec. Sugar Shane. Hey, we're on the pod right now. I'll call you back.
All right, Bubbles.
All right, it'll be like probably 15 minutes, G.
Artists.
Artist. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Just blew my tire out. It was sick. So maybe he just needs a flat help. He can wait a little bit. Yeah, you guys fuck around with any other drugs?
I personally don't really.
Mm-hmm.
I did shrooms a little while ago with a couple people when we went out to Maui.
Was that fun?
It was fun. I only like to get to where the lights start moving, where you have that like
Just the beginning.
the drag. Yeah, the very beginning. Like I didn't go where like
You're crying.
they
and
were
shit.
looking at the walls and like
Yeah.
freaking out and like peeing themselves and stuff, like weird stuff like that, you know.
You yeah, I can't imagine doing psychedelics around a kid. You would look at that thing, you'd probably just be crying the whole
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
time.
try to do drugs around my child.
Yeah, that's
That'd
probably
be weird.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah, he got released, Kevin Lee, right?
I wonder. they probably made him an offer, right? They probably
Probably
made him an
refused
offer,
it.
and he's just like, I'm not going to fight for 40 and 40 or 50 and 50, and I fought for the title, you know what I mean? So he
Yeah.
probably, it's weird that they released him. I wonder how quick it'll be before he announces, like, oh, I'm going to fight for the Triad Combat, or I'm going to fight for Bellator. Who knows?
Yeah, well, if that's the scenario where he was offered a contract and turned it down, it's probably because he's getting some money from somewhere else. So I would assume pretty soon, with probably next week. End of next week, you might hear something.
Did you guys watch that Triad Combat, the triangle? It was pretty sweet. It was like dirty boxing with MMA puffies.
I didn't really see it. I saw some like highlights. I heard Frank Mir got beat up, and then Mike Perry got dropped but ended up winning. I just saw like little highlights. I didn't watch
Yeah, it was really sweet. Yeah, Mike Perry made $250,000 too.
Yeah. And it's in a ring but a triangle.
Yep, 2-minute rounds.
Boxing ring but triangle.
2-minute rounds.
And 2-minute rounds.
I know, it's
shit.
pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
With puffies on?
And you can overhook, underhook, and punch with one hand. You can collar tie and punch, spinning back fist. Kamzat versus Colby, who you got in that fight if that happened?
Kamzat.
Do you really? What do you think? You take him down?
Yeah, I think you have to take him down.
Fuck, you think he's that strong where he can just run through Colby, take him down?
I mean, I don't think he's just gonna run through him and take him down, but
Yeah.
I think he'll win those moments where he squeezes out the win.
I hope it happens. It's impossible to guess until it happens, because if he did that to Colby, it's like, damn,
Yeah,
he could
for
probably
sure.
do that to Usman then.
But that's how Khabib was when they started like, oh, he did to this, but can he do it to this guy? Can he do it to this guy? And it's like, yeah, he can.
The one, I guess he did it against Gaethje, who was All-American.
Yeah.
But I think Colby, a couple time All-American. Maybe not, but Usman too. Fuck, yeah, I guess you never know.
You never know.
That dude's so fucking big for the weight class. Mm-hmm. Huge. So what were you saying? Kevin was saying JX to younger fighters. Ariel asked him about younger fighters.
Yeah, he was just saying, like, well, what's your advice for younger fighters? And he was just like, don't take the hardest fights. Like, kind of cherry pick them. Like, don't just take them because that's what they want you to do.
Yeah, I took them all.
And that's why, that's why probably he's, like, in this position. Obviously, he got released. But he's like, just don't take the hardest fights. Like, they're begging you to take them, but just be smart about the fights
I
you
know.
take.
That's where that ego and that dog in you's like, you see people tweeting about it, and you're like, I'm going to fight the best motherfuckers. But it's like, that's probably not the best idea to just fight the best motherfuckers for this amount of pay.
For sure. But at the same time, your contracts and fights, you keep turning down fights, they're just going to cut you.
Yeah. Yeah. And every fighter's so different. Some fighters, they'll send you a list of 5 guys. Say, hey, pick whatever's match is best for you.
that's
Or they'll
pretty
say,
awesome.
hey, you're fighting this person? You want it or not? Fuck.
Yeah.
No? Okay, sorry.
2
You
weeks,
don't
do you
get
want
paid.
it or not? Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, so it's just different for every fighter.
But some of us need that money too, and that's what sucks. Is like there's not a lot of money in our sport unless you're in the UFC or in a big organization. As far as like local pro shows, you know what I mean? Like
It just sucks too, because like you don't talk about it anymore, but before Venom, before Reebok, you was like, damn, okay, I have a space in my shorts and space in my banner to make some money. And some of the guys in the like top dogs in the UFC can make some serious fucking money
For
just
sure.
by those.
for sure, absolutely. As like I came in right when Reebok happened, like right when it started.
So
I think
you
it was like the first event. I think I was like the first
So
event.
you never had it where you banners and shorts.
I never had it with banner and shorts. But knowing that I'm going to get that money guaranteed was nice.
The Reebok.
Yeah, the Reebok.
Yeah. So that's
I don't have to hustle. I didn't have to hustle as much.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could get the Reebok guaranteed and have space on my shorts, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was like I could still put, as long as it wasn't conflicting, that would be nice.
Who you got? Rob Font, Jose Aldo.
See, I'm going with Font. But, you know, like a true MMA fan, I would love to see Aldo win. But I think Font's going to pull it off. I like Font a lot. I think he's a great fighter. Jose Aldo looked good that last fight, though.
Dude, he did. He's so fucking fast too. If you don't have, if he's got your timing on those leg kicks, and you don't have the quickness to
throws 'em.
react to him.
He's been throwing them, though, which is nice, but not as much as he used to still.
Yeah. Well, Rob Font checks one, boom, and he's like, "Fuck that! I
Yeah,
ain't throwing
not
that shit
doing
no
that.
more." Yeah, that's gonna be.
And
That's gonna
Font's
be a
got
good
some
fight.
heavy hands on him, I feel like.
Long
you know?
fucking reach too. It's like weirdly long reach, long fucking jab
And
too.
it's kind of like when he throws that jab, it kind of like lingers and it kind of snaps like right at the end. Boom.
Where are you guys coming to the fights next week?
We asked for tickets. We haven't, we don't hear back until like end of this week, I guess, or early next week.
That'd be cool if you guys came.
I hope we can.
Because we're not locked down anymore in the hotel?
No. So we found out Tuesday check-in that we were free to go. We checked in, and then, normally you have to stay in quarantine. And you can only go where the buses take you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But now...
So you can go where the buses take you?
So the buses would take you to... They did Whole Food runs and PI runs. That was pretty much it. But now...
I thought you meant like the local bus. I'm like...
Now you can just go wherever. Now, once you clear Tuesday, once you're cleared, you can go wherever you want. You drive your own car. But Friday, you're on lockdown.
We go back to that Ghislaine Maxwell. On the first day of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, the CEO of Twitter resigned, the CEO of Walmart resigned, the CEO of NBC resigned. Whoa. It's just crazy because this one's...
No.
Like, media is not allowed in there, right?
No, media is allowed. Just know it's just not live for safety reasons.
Is that what it is?
I read something about that. Like, they were saying that media is not allowed, but media is allowed. It's just not allowed to be, like, aired live.
I wonder how many of those big CEOs are like, fuck.
Just shit in their
like,
pants.
everything's going, I'm set. And now I could get caught fucked.
Yeah, because there was like a document that like it was released, I think, to the public because it was on Twitter, and they just put like a list of names that everybody was like kind of associated or involved with, and I'm sure like all these CEOs were.
Dude.
That's crazy. Right?
You get so rich, and you can just pay for any.
That's weird though. That's weird. Like, to be that rich and that's what you want to do? Like, that's what you want to do?
That's what I want. Do they want to push the limits so far because they feel that invincible to where they really think they're not going to get in trouble? So let's just.
But like like children.
It's fucking crazy,
right? Like they're kids.
I'm so curious to what's going to happen in this. I hope they come out with like.
I'm surprised she's still alive, to be honest with you.
Oh no shit. No shit. They probably know. We already killed Jeff. If we kill this fucking chick,
they'll definitely know.
Yeah. No shit. What other fights next week? God damn.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he was an ASU student.
I had no idea about that either.
I mean, I guess he's not like. I mean, he isn't enrolled, but he's been doing it all online. It's never like he was on campus. But
you think it was fair?
Man, I think definitely something should have happened to him. Like, I get self-defense, but self-defense, like...
So he's completely just free?
Yeah, 100%. Is he?
I think so.
But he went there with bad intentions. It's not like he was, like, hanging out at his house and someone intruded on him and he shot him. You know what I mean? Like, he went there knowing that people were probably going to be pissed off that... Not that just he was there, but that there was people there.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It's a sticky situation, like how you want to go about it, you know?
Well, it's not like he can just go anywhere now by himself. His life's definitely different now.
Dude, he made a lot of money, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they got all these GoFundMes for him and stuff like that.
So he's balling now?
GoFundMe for what, like his case and everything?
I think so, or I don't know. Someone said that, you know how everyone's on it saying that how much money he made.
That's wild.
Yeah. Next week, main event. Fuck.
Who is that?
Isn't this next week? Oh no, this is this weekend.
This weekend. That's this weekend, yeah.
No, for the fight card Sean's on.
It's Poirier.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, give us your picks.
Shevchenko, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I mean Amanda Nunes.
Yep.
Oh, I got Amanda Nunes for sure.
Do you think she'll beat up Juliana?
I want her to.
Really? What's your issue?
I just don't like how she carries herself and how she talked about like Amanda and everything. Like I get it. I get like the shit talking and the, you know, all that to like boost the fight. But sometimes it's just like tacky. A little bit. When you do it forced and like that doesn't even.
Yeah, she's a scrappy chick, and I've known her for like a while, and she's just always been just a huge fan of the Diaz brothers.
You know her?
Yeah, I've been friends with her for a little bit.
I was making sure. I kind of know what we were talking about.
And I don't know. She's gonna bring the fight. That's one thing I'm saying.
For sure.
It's not gonna be a boring fight. She's gonna come and if she goes out, she's gonna go out hard.
I guess you can kind of explain her fighting style as how she like kind of carries herself too. A little hard, a little like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, if she takes Amanda down, if she was able to get past the jab and take her down, and Amanda was fucking around, not training as hard, I can't imagine being. Have
you seen Amanda Nunes? Yeah, she's not fucking around. She looks good.
Does she?
She looks good. She looks really good. I can't remember who I was telling that the other day, and they're like, "Oh shit,
That would be great. Being a champion that dominant of a double champion, you'd be like, damn, I wonder, like, do I really have to just kill myself every camp? Let's see. No one can beat me. So it's curious to watch those champions, like how their fight camps turn out.
I hear you on that. Like, you're there and you've been kind of get lackadaisical and start going through the motions kind of thing. Like,
yeah, you've been, because how many fight camps, like real ones, have you been through? It's just like
14
fuck.
just for the UFC, you know what I mean? And you start getting complacent, even not being a champ, you know what I mean? You're
Fuck
like,
yeah.
I've done this, I know how, you know.
Yeah, and then you have some hungry ass person.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a sick fight. Charles Oliveira, Dustin.
Who do you got? Like, honestly, like, who do you got?
It sucks because I feel like Dustin could probably beat Charles, but Charles could beat Gaethje, possibly Islam. I don't know. You watch Charles's last couple fights, it's like he looks like he's unbeatable.
Really,
he looks like
really
a fucking
good.
Terminator.
And his ground's always been good, but now it's like getting better.
Yeah.
Like, and sneaky stuff.
Yep.
And then his striking was always good, but it's just getting cleaner and crisper. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He walks forward.
And then kind of if you look at the losses that he had, it's almost like he was lackadaisical, you know, and just like you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, some of those losses to where he kind of folded, he got hit with, you never know what's going on in their fight camp.
For sure.
Like, you have no fucking idea. But damn, that's going to be crazy. I wish it was Conor versus Charles. That would even be sicker, but how can you not be a fan of Dustin?
Yeah, I love Dustin. I'm going with Charles, but again, I would love to see Dustin win.
Yeah, sweet though. Sweet fight. Who else? Cody Garbrandt, 125. Jeff Neal, Ponzinibbio, sweet fight.
Oh,
Damn, Cody's
France.
your favorite.
That's, yeah.
Cody should be a favorite.
He's
I
a
feel
favorite
like,
because of his name.
I feel like Cody's fucking faster than him, could out-wrestle him if he wants. I feel like he should be a favorite, don't you?
Yeah, I don't see why he's not a favorite, but what is he? -1.
Just going down to 125 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when TJ went down?
Yeah, his chin at 25 is gonna be.
Yeah. I don't think.
And Kai hits hard.
Does he?
Yeah, he hits hard. He fought back in PXC if I recall. Yeah. Kai.
Yeah, I forgot who he fought that he knocked out, right?
Yeah.
He came back. Remember, he was like losing, and then he came back. I forgot. It might have been.
I don't know, but yeah, he fought in PXC when I was fighting.
Who's on the prelims of that? Yeah, Sugar Paiva.
Who you got for this one, Sean?
I
Big cage,
like that guy
dude.
with that cotton candy hair.
Big fucking cage. Sugar's gonna be
Big
hard
cage.
to figure out and
hard to touch.
And then when you spar people that are trying to emulate Sugar, they can't emulate him. It's hard to emulate, but we're gonna see.
Who do you got on that?
Josh Emmett, Ige. Probably Dan Ige.
Yeah. You can never count Emmett out, though, man. That guy's a veteran.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Josh Emmett, this is his first fight back for a long time, right?
Is it?
I remember Josh. He wasn't in the UFC at the time. But he was holding pads for me for the Ultimate Fighter fights. And I'm like, dude, I might as well just go hit the fucking wall. I kept missing, kicking, like, oh, my God. It was just like, he hasn't fought for a minute, right?
Really?
Shane Burgos back in 2020, June. So pretty, not too long ago.
All through COVID, right? He didn't really fight through COVID.
Pedro and Dominic, sweet fight there.
Right?
That's crazy. That's Cody No Love's on the main card and this one's not.
Where does this fall on the?
This isn't even the main event of the prelims.
It's not. Oh no, Emmett was.
Sweet fight there. Sweet fight
Yeah,
there.
who do you got there? I like Munoz on that
Probably
fight, though.
Munoz,
yeah,
I feel like,
right?
too. Yeah, I feel like I always look at Dominic. I'm like, God, he just works so hard, and I just feel like he might
And he's
get
coming
hurt,
off
but
of
you
a
just,
loss.
It's hard to say. You
Pedro's
just
coming
never
off a
fucking
loss.
know.
Dominic's coming off of a win. Yeah, you never know where he's at, too. Is his shoulder good? Is his knee good? Is his elbow good?
Yeah, same for Pedro, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, the big boys. I got Ty on this one. Oh,
dude, how can you not be a fan of fucking Ty?
he's a nice guy, too. He's actually like a really nice guy.
cool as
Super
fuck.
funny.
We were in the he was in our locker room, and Sean's playing his like rap music, and then we were supposed to walk, so we shut off our music. Ty's like, all right, I'm gonna turn on my music, and then it ended up being like 15 more minutes, and Ty just puts on his honky tonk country and just like, it was so funny. This is all on this card too.
Really?
Early prelims.
Ryan Hall, Derek Minner. That's gonna be sweet, real sweet. Both gonna grapple.
Oh, Jillian's fighting Priscilla. I didn't know that.
Jillian's pretty tough, isn't she?
Dude, she just laid on me. She just laid. She's very heavy. She's
Good
one of those
jiu-jitsu.
very good. She's just got real good top game.
Does she?
Yeah, she's got real good top game, and she just really forces you to give up your back. Like the whole time I was fighting her, I was like, she just wants me to turtle so she can take my back. And then they were like, stand up, and I was like, how? And they're like, turtle, and I was like, she's gonna take my back.
Schnell Perez too. Wasn't that Schnell kid? Was he training at Fight Ready for a bit or not? I thought he was. Maybe not
sure.
though.
He's got nice chest hair though. Look at those swirls.
Damn, I'm just starting to sprout some chest hair. What about you, Jay? You got some going on?
No, I have like 1 or 2 hairs.
He just got
You
his
hit
on
him?
his chin. What are you
Did
talking about?
Just got on one of the pits too. Yeah, that's crazy. That Bones Jones is training at Fight Ready now.
Oh man, did you hear Cannonier's interview with the Schmo?
No, was it good?
Oh, it was classic. Just the one line that he said was awesome.
What was it?
He was talking about why Johnny went to Fight Ready, didn't come and train with him.
Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Really?
He just had a great line. I can't even say it because it'll fuck it up.
Oh, really?
It was
Good?
really good. It was really good.
Yeah, Mark was saying they accidentally dropped off Bones Jones at the lab, and he's like, "Oh, wrong place." Yeah, that is surprising because there's not really a lot of middleweights at. Well, I guess that Eric Anders kid too.
Yeah.
Bunch of good guys. God damn, I just feel like Scottsdale for Johnny Bones. He
doesn't
goes
seem
goes out one night, sees those tables and shit. He's gonna be like, "What's the place for me?" Fucking Scottsdale.
Everything, Scottsdale, Tempe, Glendale, wherever
Yeah.
he goes, I mean, there's opportunity for him. I mean, no matter where he goes in the world, really, there's going to be opportunity for him. It's just a matter of what choices he chooses to make.
Yeah, for sure. What else you got going on today? You just going in the
We're going
lab?
to sparring, yeah.
Are you guys gonna go?
Yeah, we're going to sparring. I'm not sure if Dre's going to be sparring or not. I'm going to be taking some pictures and stuff, so.
Sweet. Because when is Drakkar planning to come back for another one?
Well, we're hoping we don't plan on coming back at the same time, but that's what it seems like.
Is that just a pain
March
in the
and
butt?
April, yeah.
Pain in the butt for both doing it?
It's a lot for me. Dre will be like, "Oh, it's a lot on her." It is a lot on me because I have to. I like to take care of people.
Yeah.
That's like my downfall. So it's a lot for me to deal with taking care of King and Dre and my camp. In as much as it's like Dre's like, "I'll just take King," but then he can't get work done because King wants to be with me and he's throwing fits, So I normally end up taking King because he wants to be with me, which is fine.
And then when do you think you guys want to maybe pop out another one? Wait, what did Drakkar say?
Two. It's supposed to be 2 wins back to back.
If either one gets 2 wins back to one.
Either one gets 2 back. Yeah, as long as there's not a loss in between. So it
Okay.
has to be 2 back-to-back wins.
So if you...
Which seems easy.
Yeah.
Until you get
But
like
if-
COVID and
Yeah.
fights canceling, and it's like, shit.
So if you didn't do that, then you'd say, nah, we're not doing it.
I
You
mean,
guys end up
I'm getting up there, Like
yeah.
me and Dre are
'Cause how old
both
are you now?
34.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but King's 3, and then, you got to think if the kids are too far apart, then you got to have another one, and then you have now you're having a lot. Like, we want to have a lot of kids and we want to adopt, but at the same time, like, we don't want to be old parents either.
Yeah.
And we're going to be old, not only old, but we're going to be like old and broken.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
know?
if you guys don't eat, if you don't eat healthy, and Dre gets to 240, then yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, Mariah and I are thinking too. Probably because she's my age, 31. When does it go south for girls to where they're not able to do it?
35, apparently. That's
Oh,
what I was
really?
told, like around 35.
And they're just not ready to do it
No,
anymore?
they can do it. It's just higher risk, apparently. I mean, you can
Of
have...
Down syndrome?
No, I think it's just complications in general.
Oh.
Your health, the baby's health, like in general.
Mm-hmm.
Those eggs just get old, I guess.
Yeah, fucking A's.
I don't know how it all
Two
works.
kids.
I feel like two's good.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, personally, like I've always wanted like 3. We already got King, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
having 2 would be fine, or having 1 and adopting would be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
I love kids though. Like I have so much fun with them.
It'll
Like,
probably be fun to see them interact together and see how they start communicating and interacting. It's just
Yeah.
like, that would be fun.
King always talks about like, we'll be like, do you want a brother or sister? And first he was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And now he says yes. Most of the time he says he wants a sister.
Talking about adopting too.
Yeah.
I always wanted to adopt a little one. Like, you ever watched a Small People Big World?
Little People, Big World?
The one where they have the little Asian midget son,
Yes.
or not,
But
small
that's
person
a different,
son.
that's a, Yeah. They have an Asian one?
Yeah, maybe it's a different show.
Little People, Big World is the family where, like, the parents are both little, but they have one little son and the rest are all big.
The one where the two parents are small people.
Oh, and they have the Asian. Yes.
Oh, I love that little kid.
Yeah.
I want one of him. Yeah. So.
Any baby would be good. Any good home for a child, you know, would be the best.
Adopting would be tough, though. You just never know what the fuck those parents were doing when they were pregnant with them. That could just...
No, for sure. But I feel like most of the time you get a background on them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. As much as they can, as long as it's offered up. And if they can't, like, if they're abandoned, then, I mean, you don't know. But the hospital does a pretty good job of letting you know, like, roughly what's wrong with them. But, I mean, again, it's all a ride. You can have your own child and not know what's going to happen to them either.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's crazy how much different siblings can be than each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's those two brothers at the gym. Don't ask me their names because I don't know them off the top of my head. But I didn't even know. They're complete opposites. One looks like you and the other one just looks like a Mexican kid.
Yeah, it could have been something funky going on there.
Yeah, milkman. But he said no. They say no. He got all the great-grandparents' genes.
Yeah.
You know, how can I skips?
You usually cook dinner at night?
Most of the time, yeah.
If Drakkar cooks, what does he cook? Hot Pockets?
No, he can cook. So he says he can cook, which I believe. I believe him.
I can cook.
He just doesn't, apparently. But he'll always be like, I'll cook, and then I'll be like, all right, and then he'll start asking me questions like, how do I do this? What do they mean by this? And then I end up showing him, and then end up doing it, and then he just lets me do it, and I'm like, damn it, I got suckered into doing this.
What do you cook for Mariah, Tim?
If I'm ever in charge of cooking,
oatmeal.
Usually tacos, dude. They're just so easy. Do a little ground meat, a little bit of seasoning. Get your shells, get your salsa, get your cheese, get your toppings, and I could do tacos 3 times a night. 3 times a week.
I feel like you do a lot of gamey meat though in season, right? When
my dad and brother give it to me,
you do a lot of cooking of the like different ways of that because I've seen your plates that you've posted and they look good.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking. Well, it's just because we got that Blue Sky Organic Farms right next to our house. So you get those veggies and they have strong color, strong taste, and they're just fucking really good. And
with that, all you really need is just like a good little slice of meat, and everything's good. You know, not a lot of seasoning on it because everything's so fresh.
And that's where, when I was still fighting too, I was just like, I'm gonna be fucking fat as fuck when I'm done fighting. But then I'm like, I don't want to be unhealthy. I want to sleep good. I want to still be like decent looking.
Oh man, like my Whoop yells at me about my like resting heart rate when I'm big.
Just like, holy fuck,
it's like, yo, you got a problem.
Too much gravy.
Yeah, too much gravy, just like breathing heavy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Do you like that Whoop? A lot of people have that.
I love my Whoop. I love my Whoop.
Thinking about getting one.
I'm an original member.
Better than the Oura
Still
Ring?
have to pay a membership.
You pay like $30 a month or something hardcore.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't. Okay, so I don't have to pay the membership because I was an original member. But now that they're going to that Whoop 3 or the Whoop 4 or 4.0, they're only going to give me a free membership for like 2 months. And it's like, man, I've been with you guys for like 5 years.
Did you ever try out the Oura Ring?
I did. I broke it. Like 3 weeks in, I jumped up and grabbed the bar to do some pull-ups, and I cracked it.
And then you said, fuck it?
I said, fuck it, because I got to take it off. You can't wear it when you're boxing, you know what I mean? I take my ring off when I, train. This is easier because it's on my wrist, and I just put my hand wraps over it. And then when I do grappling, I tape it. But they have like an armband, too. I'm just too lazy to buy that.
Does it give you a pretty accurate sleep score?
I feel like it does. I really do feel like it does. Sometimes I feel like just because the PI went with the Oura Ring doesn't necessarily mean that it was
the best,
better.
No.
It was just the better deal.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, some people love the Whoop, some people love the Oura Ring. I've lost 2 of them now, and I'm like, should I get a third? I'm like, I don't know, I keep fucking losing them. Actually, the first one I didn't lose. The first one, my finger just got too fat where it couldn't fucking fit anymore.
Yeah, that happens with jiu-jitsu a lot.
Yeah, my knuckles just got fucking huge.
It's great, right? Like, I love it.
You wear it every day.
About getting one, but I haven't got it yet.
Every day, to the point where when people ask me, hey, what time it is, I always still look at them like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like,
really?
I just feel like it'd be hard to wear it during jiu-jitsu.
No, just tape it. Or, like I'm telling you, they have that armband. Like, they have an armband. And now with the Whoop.0 technology, they have wearable clothing that you can just take your little Whoop out and you slide it into the clothing. So you could just wear the the underwear that have the built-in pocket for your whoop.
You wear
Whoop
jiu-jitsu,
dot-o.
Jay, and then you got a little grip
Yeah.
for your guillotines.
A little extra grip. Yeah. Sometimes, when I go right under someone's neck, like, oh, you scratched me. I'm like, my
Make them
bad.
taste it.
But I got my calories for the day.
Fucking Danny should be able to get you a sponsorship with Whoop.
I just don't want to have to pay for a membership. Like, that's like almost like a slap in the face, I feel like. Like you have original members that started off when you were nothing and now you're this big and then it's $30. I know. And then like, well, if it's only $30, then why don't you pay it? And it's like, that's not the point. The point is I was here from the get-go. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, Michael Phelps is not paying a membership. All their other athletes aren't paying a membership.
That's where your manager is supposed to reach out.
Yeah, Danny.
Get on it.
Get on that.
All right, that's the episode for the day. We got to get out of here.
Sparring.
Yep. So episode 20, remember timbomerch.com, patreon.com/RedHawk Academy for a bunch of extra content. And then Courtney's Instagram. What is yours?
Cast iron.
Yep. Cast Iron Casey. At Cast Iron Casey. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.